You know what? Screw intros. We don't need formal intros. Welcome to our podcast.
Since we screwed it up, you might as well.
Yeah. Last week, we started a brief mini conversation about a moment in Lord of the Rings. The moment in question was I am no man, that line. And right after we hit record, my wife, Annie, who was listening just off camera, said that she had the answers to what we were looking for. So I thought it was worthwhile to start this episode with her giving some context as to what that is all about and answering our questions.
Is that touchscreen or no?
It is, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I love it.
What do you mean?
So
She's got it folded in half.
I don't know. Maybe it's
How
just,
is that not
maybe it's for
touchscreen?
viewing.
Typing backwards. Like,
That's such a 21st century answer, man.
That's so 2023.
What do you mean? It's folded backwards.
That's like the kid in Back to the Future where he's like, what do you mean it's new?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
what do you mean?
Who is Chuck Berry?
It's brand new.
All right.
It's called
Okay.
a rerun.
So, from what I remember about the discussion, there were some questions about like, what about this line? It's kind of dumb. It feels out of place in the movie.
That's
Is it
what
part
Cody
of
was
like,
saying, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was justifying
Hey,
it.
Cody. But it was like, is this a prophecy or is it just like, because it does. It feels out of place. It feels kind of weird. So, and I would like to say for everyone at home, I'm not an expert. I just have read the books. I like the books. I have a lot of friends who like these things that know. Yeah,
True. It's more, she has done more research than I have.
I have read the books.
Yeah.
This is not a definitive answer because you can go online and people are still arguing about it. Mostly on Reddit, I'll be honest.
Yes.
So basically, is it a prophecy? Yes and no. Basically, in the past, there was a guy who was like, I'm gonna kill the Witch King, and this was said in Elven, which, as we all obviously know, is a little complicated, and the words for human and man kind of were the same. So, and this is obviously common knowledge. We all know this. And so it was a little unclear. It's unclear if it was even a prophecy because the guy just said it.
Yeah.
He was basically like, hey, this guy will not be killed. So the prophecy.
Do we know that because of the Silmarillion? Or
No,
do we
that's-
just
that's in
know?
Lord of the Rings?
We just know it because it says in the Lord of the Rings that there's a prophecy. Okay.
In
Got it,
Lord
got
of the Rings, it says, do not pursue him. He will not return to this land. Far off yet is his doom, and not by the hand of a man will he fall. Tolkien is really specific about how he writes things. The word man is not capitalized,
He's a linguist.
which means it wasn't the race of man. And hobbits are technically a subset of man. So when Merry, takes the bar blade and like stabs the
Messes
Witch
with
King,
his arm and everything.
Yeah, it's like, yes, it distracts him. Does it like take away his like supernatural abilities? Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
We don't know. And in the book, so the conversation between Éowyn and the Witch King is very different. It's a very back and forth that feels kind of badass. Also, in the movies, her story is kind of thrown out. She has a whole arc. It's really cool. That's kind of thrown out. So it's like, yes and no, could be prophecy. The Witch King could have made different choices because for sure this prophecy or this thing that was said by this guy was well known by people. So he may have made different choices because he heard about it too. So that's the bottom line there. That's the most important part. And also there was a brief conversation about how weird it was that Éowyn just kind of looked at this guy, Faramir, and was like, I'm in love with you. That's not how it goes.
Don't even get me started
That's
on that.
not how it goes in the book. That's not how it goes in the book.
Okay.
Part of her whole arc is that like she's a woman and she's, she has this really great conversation and it's like, because I'm a woman, like basically I'm here forever and I have no other choice. And she wants to be out there. She wants to like make a difference, but she's been relegated to these things because she's a woman. Because people assume it's like, well, you must want to do these things because like
Why not?
that's what you do.
It's like
That's what you were born to do.
yeah.
Was it Mulan? It's kind of like a Mulan situation, or am I?
Yeah.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
to be
yeah.
to do what a
And-
man would do. But
Yeah, and she actually dresses up as
That's why. Yeah.
a soldier to like, get out there.
Mulan is good.
Does she kill him in the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Witch
she
King,
kills
yeah.
the Witch King.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. I figured. I'm just saying.
It's a very cool scene in the book.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
it
yeah,
here,
yeah.
but I won't read it
There's a
out
whole
loud.
dialogue and everything. Okay.
It is.
Sick.
But in the book, also for Faramir, they meet when she's in like basically like recovery center. She's healing up.
Hashtag trauma
And he
bond.
comes to her and is like, "Hey, you're super badass. You're a warrior woman, and I really respect you." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm being loved for me." So that's why they get together. But in the movie, it's like,
It's literally like,
He's hot.
hey,
you're hot.
It's like, hey, you got your butt kicked. Hey, I got my butt kicked. Let's be together now.
yeah,
It's literally when I watch those movies and it's just them. He walks up into the room behind her, and she goes, "Oh, hello," and then it's like, we're together now.
Flashback
Yeah.
to the
And
beginning.
like
or
also,
flash forward.
I will watch that movie and still be like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, no relationship ever has started like that
That you know of.
that I know of. I can't confirm, other than obviously Faramir and Eowyn in the movie. But
Yeah, how
That's it.
dare you? How dare you rat on the best movies ever made?
I will
I-
say
I
my least
haven't even said
favorite
that.
part about Return of the King is like the singing part. I hate when he's fucking eating the tomatoes and shit. I hate that.
it's the best.
He's eating the tomatoes and he's like, oh,
when Pippin's singing
Yeah.
while Faramir's riding out to his
Yeah.
impending doom.
that part is sick. And I'm like,
I was gonna say,
I'm
it's-
like
it's
also crying,
glorious.
but then I'm also like,
But like the
it's
scene-
a great scene, but I hate the singing,
That's
but
the
I
thing.
like
That's
it.
the thing.
but
It's like
you know what I
it's
mean?
like satisfyingly unsatisfying.
Yeah, as a kid, I was like, this sucks. But last time I watched it, I was like, all right,
Because
I get it. But
Because at the same time, it's kind of right.
Yeah.
Like it even the freaking eating, because it's like it's also a symbolism of how gross he is as a human.
yeah, the tomatoes is like that's why I didn't like tomatoes for a long time,
Yeah.
because it's just like watching him eat a tomato was like,
Him ASMRing tomatoes
yeah,
and like,
nightmare.
but like with the singing, it shows the beauty of the moment, but also like the symbolism of like he just sent his son to die, and he couldn't care less.
yeah.
It's kind of fun, but
You know, like you're doing awesome.
Yeah, and you should just stay
you should
here.
Replace,
oh,
you,
hey,
should,
Jeremiah.
you should replace your husband.
Sorry, we totally interrupted you again.
Yeah.
No, I finished. That was it.
Oh,
Sweet.
I have a lot of notes here. I did like a whole bunch of extra research. I have some
Maybe we'll
quotes
have to-
here. But I was like,
Maybe we
I
should
don't
do
think
Lord of
this
the
is
Rings.
Maybe
what
if we do a Lord of the
podcast
Rings
is.
episode or series of episodes, we will have you on.
4-hour special.
Jeremiah, you want to talk about your weekend?
I had a bender of a week when it comes to like movies. I watched 14 movies this
Jeez,
week.
bro.
This week or this weekend?
Well, the first one was Five Nights at Freddy's 2 with you, and that was what? Wednesday?
Yeah.
So it started Wednesday.
It started Wednesday.
No movies Tuesday.
I don't think I did any movies Tuesday.
All right, then walk us through the rest of the week.
Yeah, so there were 2 days that I'd watched 5 movies each. And that's
Okay.
also not including like
Are these all on Letterboxd?
they're all on Letterboxd. Yep. I now have a Letterboxd. And so
I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, so let me actually I'll pull it up too.
You gotta figure out how to use it, but
I got to figure out how to use it. Am I using it wrong?
you're not using it wrong. It's just
He's not using it right.
it's confusing, and I can walk you through it later.
Got it. Yeah, so
It's whatever. The format is just weird.
so I watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2 with Josh, and then I want to say this was Friday, Christmas. Yeah, it was Friday. So Friday I watched Begonia.
Thursday, you didn't watch any Christmas. You didn't watch any Christmas movies.
No,
Not
no.
one.
Good for you.
We're recording this earlier as of when we release this, but it's Christmas week, New Year's week right now, and so on top of all of this, I also did Stranger Things Volume 2.
Oh, okay.
So
Because that came out on what?
on Christmas.
Okay.
So there was also like 3 hours of that. But so yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Then I did Begonia, and then I did the Thursday Murder Club, which is like a Netflix movie. It was fine.
It looks like a Netflix movie.
Yeah. And then I watched Candyman, which was pretty good. And I watched Late Night with the Devil.
Dude, good.
It was pretty good. There was
fun.
some controversy around it online, but that's a different conversation. Then I watched Anatomy of a Fall, which was a slow burn, but if you're married, it really hits. That was my take. And then the next day, I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane, and then I watched The Witch, and then I
love the
watched
Cloverfield movie.
The Lighthouse, and then I watched Krampus, and then I watched The Invisible Man, and then yesterday I watched Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain, which honestly I thoroughly enjoyed.
I've been meaning to watch it.
It's the kind of comedy that either really works for you or really doesn't.
Yeah.
And it just really worked for me.
I like those guys, the SNL guys.
Yeah. And then I watched Night Shift, which was fine. And then, of course, Dances with Wolves. So, yeah, I was just like, all right, this one's done.
You're on
What's
the
next?
tear.
Yeah.
You like The Witch?
I did. I think I anticipated it being a lot more scary. And I forget that a lot of those movies are like more kind of slow in their development. And so like there's a couple moments that like really mess with you. And then the rest of it is just kind of like slow and eerie. But I did like it. The Lighthouse just messed with my brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think of all of them,
What was your favorite?
weirdly, The Invisible Man was really good.
Really?
I thought it would be kind of kitschy and dumb, but it was really good. And
I haven't watched it, but everybody I follow on Letterboxd like reviewed it just like you, like 4.5 or 4 stars.
yeah, they actually they really lean into the plot of trying to get out of an abusive relationship. And so even though the premise is something that could be like a cheesy horror movie where it's like tech that makes him invisible, like they really more lean into the ominous fear of like an abuser. And so I think for that reason, it was really powerful.
Cool.
But yeah, it was a crazy week.
What did you watch this week?
I watched Dances with Wolves and Stranger Things Volume 2.
And that's it.
That's it.
And
That's
Freddy's.
Freddy's, yeah.
You watched FNAF too.
Yeah. I mean, I've just been enjoying not having anything to do. So when I had to watch a 3-hour movie, I was like,
Pissed off at Cody.
Here's what I'll say about Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Like, it wasn't a good movie, but it was scarier than I thought it would be.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the first.
bro, so the whole story, I never played the game, so I had no idea what the heck this thing was. But there's this character called the Marionette, which essentially possesses people and essentially turns them into like Annabelle, but like it looks like them, but they've got like these, terrifying.
It was pretty scary.
Could like defy gravity. They were like crawling up the walls and crap. It was like,
Dude, and in the theater, there were like middle schoolers. And I was with their parents.
Younger. There was a kid that was probably 8 years old, a couple seats down from us.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and
no
that-
way you're taking your kid to see this.
I know. I was
R,
like,
right?
No,
It's PG-13.
They're trying to get the third one to be rated R.
really?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Was
there's a
the,
petition online for it.
the first one wasn't R?
No, they're both PG-13 because they
okay.
knew that they would get more parents to bring their kids if it was PG-13.
Got it. It's marketed like a kids movie.
Well, and that's how all of the scenes, because like they can't show the redness of the blood, but they can show the blood if it's like dark in color.
Dude.
So it was all in the dark, pretty much, exclusively.
There's a scene where a kid gets taken by the thing, just gets pulled up, and you just see kind of blurred out of focus. Like he gets pulled up and you hear like, ah, and all of a sudden you hear like different body parts.
Like
of
he
it.
got
like he just
sawed
got
into
like
pieces.
mutilated.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, there's children in this theater. Like
Dude, it's
what
crazy.
is I don't know. Maybe
Interesting.
I don't know. It was wild. Anyway,
What did you watch?
I watched Dances with Wolves.
Period.
Full
stop.
I need to watch more movies.
I was super busy with Christmas stuff, so
I do need to watch more movies. You've inspired me, Dan. You convicted me. I have a.
I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I was just, I thought that was a good.
No,
good start to the
I have a
pod.
semi-hot take if we have time.
I mean,
Sure.
real quick, I want to know how many movies did you watch? Did you give me a run for my money?
What
did you beat your
Let's
last
see.
week's total?
what was last podcast? The 22nd.
I'm not sure. I mean, 7 days
okay.
from today.
So we watched Home Alone 2.
Sorry,
Dude, Home Alone 2 might be better than the first
it's
one.
not.
The
No, it's fun, but it's not. No.
It's good,
first one's probably better, but like the second one's good.
but the second one is just as good.
Dude, it's good.
It's the same exact thing, but it's still good.
Yeah, it's like Die Hard 2 is the same thing, but
Except he's
Yeah.
not in a home alone.
He's fucking lost in New York. That's what it's called.
No, it's called Home Alone.
Yeah,
too.
Lost in New York.
I know,
So he's lost in New York.
and not Home Alone.
Oh my god. He's alone.
Just
Wait,
alone.
So
And-
Cody, you're telling me you'd be more happy if he was alone in his home and it played out the exact same like it did in the first movie?
Should they have called it Homeless Alone?
No, wait.
I like
no,
that.
no, you can't even.
I like that.
No.
Homeless alone. That's
Cody's pretending
Alone
like I
and
didn't say
homeless.
anything.
All right. And then I watched Santa Claus 2, which I texted you all about.
Dude,
Yes,
it's
I love
not
Santa
as
Claus
good
too.
as the first.
No,
the
I
third
actually
is the
disagree.
best. The second one is,
I
is the
completely
worst.
disagree.
The
I
second
was
one's
like,
the worst.
we got a hot take again.
Second one's the
The
worst.
third Santa Claus movie is the best.
One,
I know for a
3,
fact
2.
I'm not gonna like the third one because I hate that blue guy.
Oh, see, I love
Martin Short?
I love Martin
He's got
Short.
he's got a punchable face in that movie.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah,
That's the
the
point.
point.
yeah. Well, anyways,
Martin Short, awesome. Anyway,
I love Martin Short.
he's so funny.
what else is he in? I've never
Only
heard that.
Murders in the Building.
Yeah, he's-
Father of the Bride.
Him and
1 and 2.
Oh, dude, I want to punch him in the face so
him
bad.
and
He's got to punch
him
in
and
the
what's
face.
his face are like iconic comedy
Yeah.
duo. What's the other dude?
Yeah,
Martin.
Steve Martin.
Steve
yeah.
He's
Martin.
iconic, but you
Yeah.
don't know his name.
Well, no, I know Martin Short better than Steve Martin, but Steve Martin and Martin Short are
You
like,
know, dude, Steve Martin's goated.
Jen, have you
Cheaper-
seen
Cheaper by the
Only
Dozen?
Murders in the Building?
yeah,
No.
I know he's in Cheaper by
It's
the
good.
Dozen.
You might enjoy it. It's a good show.
You would love it.
It's a good show.
The story is told really well.
I like Cheaper by the Dozen.
Okay, we should
Anyway, sorry.
move on,
Okay.
but
we should. I have
Sorry,
a really,
run
yeah,
through the-
yeah,
finish,
Go for it.
I started Dances with Wolves on Tuesday. I finished it Friday.
Oh, nice.
For watching it in 30-minute increments.
Honestly, yeah, dude, I'm fucking busy.
And
then I watched.
I watched like 15 movies in a week.
that was me. That was
No,
not Dan.
well,
Well,
Oh
I've
my
done it
gosh.
before. Marty Supreme, incredible. Probably the best movie of the year, in my opinion.
incredible.
Yes, dude.
Over
Yes. Whatever you're about to say.
one
yes.
battle.
Yes.
Okay.
It's One Battle is number 2, but Marty Supreme is better. I kind of want Paul Thomas Anderson to win Best Director because he hasn't.
PTA is gonna win Best Director.
Maybe. But also, I'd be stoked if a Safdie brother won. But Marty Supreme was insane. And then I watched Begonia because Jeremiah watched it.
I saw that. I was like, yo, you just watched it too.
Well, so what happened is we watched one battle after another, me and my wife, until the title sequence. But she's like, she needs to know what happens. Because if something bad happens and I don't tell her, she's pissed at me. So I told her what happens, and she's like, yeah, we're not watching this. So I was like, okay,
Don't spoil
let's
it. I
watch-
haven't seen it yet.
I'm not going to.
Me neither.
We watched Begonia, and I forgot what happens. So she was still mad at me, but we watched the whole movie. And then we watched Bullet Train the next day. And
That's a
Which-
good. That's
Such a
yeah.
good movie.
that is kind of a feel good movie in an action sense.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just fun.
which is weird because she loves Bullet Train, but
Yeah.
it's like emotional hurt. She doesn't.
Yeah.
Fuck with.
It's not like the gore. It's the tone underneath it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I watched Uncut Gems
I love
because
Master
of
Chefs.
Marty Supreme.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Is it same vibe?
It's the same people. Yeah. It's yeah.
These same people.
Like same.
It's the Safdie brothers. Well, it's not. It's
okay.
a Safdie brother.
I gotcha. I was like,
Good Time and Uncut Gems are both of the Safdie brothers, Benny and Josh. And then
is Uncut Gems not Happy Madison?
Huh?
Did,
What?
did Happy Madison not do Uncut Gems?
No.
That's surprising though.
I mean, I don't know if
Adam Sandler like almost exclusively does Happy Madison stuff, but
yeah, but the Safdie brothers are they wrote that for
gotcha.
Adam
Okay.
Sandler.
yeah.
But they split up.
Mm-hmm.
So Benny does a lot more acting. Like he was in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
He's in something else that just came out. But he was like in The Curse, if you saw that, with like Emma Stone and Nathan Fielder.
I have not, but I know what you're talking about.
no, I wanted to.
Yeah. He's in a lot of stuff. But yeah. So
Okay.
incredible.
We should move on, but if
Yes.
you do have a hot take,
This one will be quick.
we can hit it quickly.
I don't think it'll be that hot. We all love Jim Carrey, probably.
Okay.
Jim Carrey.
I think his best acting performance and best movie by far is The Truman Show.
All right,
far.
move on. That's not a hot take.
Okay, good.
Move
okay,
on.
good.
Yeah.
I'm just
Not a hot take.
hoping. I'm just hoping.
like I don't think it's his best performance, but
Really?
but I could see where you come
well,
from.
what do you
with it.
think is?
I think Dumb and Dumber is his best performance. I do. I think it's just like he's
Dumb
at
and
his
Dumber's just being Jim Carrey.
Well,
like
yeah,
Jim Carrey just being Jim Carrey.
well, yeah, but
Does that mean you're a good actor if you're just being the same thing you always are?
But he's very similar to being Jim Carrey in The Truman Show.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, he
I think-
shows so much emotional depth.
Sure.
I mean,
well, yes, there's a more
personally,
emotional
I think
side of Jim
Truman
Carrey.
Show and like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind are his two best.
I want
Eternal
to see
Sunshine.
that. I haven't
Seen
seen
that.
it.
Eternal
I
Sunshine,
wanted
I
to.
see.
Those two are like.
I love The
Yeah.
Truman Show, don't get me wrong. So
Yeah.
I'm not like,
Dude, I was
I'm
actually
not
thinking
trying
about
to
us
crap on
watching
you.
that, but then I figured we all seen it. So
yeah,
why
I'm not
But
crapped on your take.
That doesn't
by any
matter.
means.
Okay, all right.
That doesn't. I don't think that.
Okay.
I don't think that's a hot take at all.
I think that movie it like had a unique. It holds a unique place in my heart because it was one of like the only Jim Carrey movies that our parents let us consistently watch. 'Cause they were like, it's basically a family movie, which like it is. There's a couple jokes in there that I'm like, dang, okay, I definitely didn't get this as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
But like even back then, I remember being sad
Yeah.
for him, but also being happy of like, yes, he's gonna break free, yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like if he's able to make me feel that, and I don't normally get emotional over movies, in general, for him being like a one-trick act, like a comedy guy, he's kind of like the Liam Neeson of comedy. He kind of does the same thing
That's a hot take.
every time.
I think that's a hot take.
Really?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson is
I
in
think
the same movies.
Jim Carrey is way above Liam Neeson. I like in the sense that like you're saying.
Like Liam Neeson is to action what Jim Carrey is.
Yeah,
to
like I
comedy.
just think there's a better example than Liam Neeson.
Okay.
I don't know who, but I just
Okay.
think that Jim
Like,
Carrey is
like to action?
yes.
Because I feel like you could go like Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But because Tom Cruise has roles that are like not Tom Cruise, right?
Sure.
Like Eyes Wide Shut or
But like
whatever.
Jim
But
Carrey, 99% of the time is Jim Carrey.
Right. And Tom
that's-
Cruise, like, doesn't matter how many Mission Impossibles you make. Same with like Vin Diesel. Like,
Yep.
that shit's the same.
Yep. He's always going to be the car guy in a movie.
But isn't Liam Neeson literally the same in all of his movies?
Yeah, but I feel
Have
like
you watched the first Star Wars?
yeah. Honestly.
we cannot bring this back to
Dude,
Star
he's
Wars.
literally the same still. Like, Qui-Gon
Have
Jinn
you,
is...
have you seen Atlanta?
No.
Well, it's like
I've seen Nonstop, the 3 Taken movies.
Liam Neeson's been in some good comedies too, or a decent
Dude,
number
a lot of
comedies.
people, I haven't seen it, but I've heard really good things about Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Naked Gun,
I heard
yeah.
it was fun,
Yeah.
at least, you know?
A lot of jokes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, let's hit the intro.
In a world burdened by streaming services, cash grabs, and cheap CGI, One Movie Podcast dares to challenge the status quo. To celebrate the movies that made us who we are, and the movies that make us into who we will be. This is that podcast.
Dan's so ready.
I'm actually not. I'm not, but I just, yeah.
Okay, so Cody, you made us watch a 3-hour movie this week.
Hey, let's
Sorry,
Hey.
that was coming in with a bit of
That was
bias.
coming in hot.
bias.
I was
Sorry.
like,
Whoa.
don't
Sorry.
make me be frustrated right now.
Let me try that again.
Why did you?
Cody
pick this?
loves
Cody,
Kevin
we-
Costner.
when did I say that?
Okay, no. To be fair, before you say anything, I know that you have talked about one of the priorities that you want to make sure is included in this podcast is an appreciation for older movies as
Yeah.
well.
Correct.
And so I'm going to guess that you chose this movie not necessarily because it's your favorite movie, but because you appreciate it.
1000%.
And with that, I'm going to kick it off and hand it over
We've
to
almost
you.
exclusively done 90s movies.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true.
Yeah, so we watched Dance with Wolves this week. It's what is it? Let me pull up my notes here real quick. But it's a came out in 1990. Kevin Costner. It's his directorial debut. So this isn't like he's never directed a movie before. He also self-stars in it. It's like 3 hours? 3 hours and 1 minute, I think, technically.
Depends on if you watch the extended edition or not.
Yes, but
Nobody did, so we're
correct.
not
We did.
acknowledging.
None of us watched the extended edition,
Yeah.
so we just watched the normal theatrical release version.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Rest in peace, Graham Greene.
Rest in peace, Graham Greene.
Died this year.
I don't know who that
He
is.
did. That's
Who is
the
Graham
the native, like the main Native American dude.
Oh, the
His name.
Wait, which?
the
Because
peaceful,
there's
the more peaceful.
Yeah,
peaceful
the
guy.
holy man.
Yeah,
the guy,
yeah,
the guy
yeah,
with
yeah.
the mushroom cloud haircut.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
Yes.
What's his name?
Kicking Bird.
Kicking
It
Bird,
was
that's
driving me
right.
crazy.
I have trouble remembering all their names because they all have like the unique Native American names.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's a story about a guy that was Civil War lieutenant, and kind of becomes a war hero and gets stationed out west in the Great Plains because that's where he wanted to go because he wanted to be away from war essentially. And he meets these Native American people, not very sure about them at first, and then eventually grows to become close with them and realize they're actually not bad people and they're actually really kind and caring and civilized people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Why did you choose this movie so early in the existence of the podcast?
Sure. I think there's a lot of this movie has a lot of influence on current movies too.
Okay.
It's one of the first Hollywood movies where it's white man or in this case civilization meets culture. So for this example, like again, this white dude from the eastern United States, very civilized, air quotes, very cultured, built up, meets this group of people that don't have the same means as him, as well as are finding ways to live in a completely different culture. Giant culture shock to him.
Yeah.
So it's just
Some might call it a white savior movie.
very much so.
Actually, I heard someone make a case that it wasn't. I'm trying to remember. I didn't do a deep dive into it, but I happened upon a thing where they were like, how the movie saves itself from being a white savior movie. And I'm trying to remember. I might butcher it, but their point was he doesn't specifically make their lives better. Like
No.
he adds things that are unique and interesting, like
When
the
he
guns in the
literally-
war,
yeah, the
right?
guns.
Like in that single moment, it's like, hey, we can help. The guns will help. But like on the meta narrative sense, it's more about them adopting him into culture more than it is him like bringing culture or civilization to them.
Well,
or something.
he's trying his hardest to make it so that way they can survive in the world that's coming. And but he's also not. Actually, I guess he kind of does dodge this fact for most of the movie, but until the end, he doesn't shy away from the fact of, but it is coming, and
He
there's
makes
nothing
it
you
clear
can
he's
do.
very avoidant of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do to stop it. And so, which is really tragic, really, if you think about it. But that's kind of the whole basis of why it wouldn't necessarily be white savior, because he's not actually saving them from anything.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, what's coming is going to come and is going to affect them. It's just a matter of time, not a matter of if. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
And he gives up more of himself to become part of them
Yeah.
more than he can like brings him into them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I love this movie. It's just fascinating. And like you guys complain about it being 3 hours or whatever, but like
That's not my complaint at all,
that's fine. but
actually.
it
I was fine with that. We're going to do it again.
Oh no.
cool. I'm down. Like so yeah, I mean my thing is I love long movies. I feel like that's like my hot take, but I'll bring that.
That's not a hot take.
a lot of people
Yeah.
don't
Josh.
like
So-
long movies.
No, I have nothing wrong with a 3-hour movie.
But
Specifically, a 3-hour movie, no problem.
It shouldn't be a problem when you don't watch any other movies the entire week.
I only watched one. I only
Whoa.
watched one movie this week, and it was a 3-hour long movie.
Also,
and
I
I'm doing
watched
great.
Five Nights at Freddy's too. So,
Yeah, so it's 2 movies.
and I
But-
watched 4 hours of Stranger Things. So, in a row.
Not a
So,
TV show podcast.
But yeah, I think just also this movie kind of shows the like his slow disconnection to Western society, if you will, because I mean you would consider that Western society as we define it today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
at the end of the movie, you're like, fuck all these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I will say, like, we'll probably kind of go around and I'll get more into it. But one of my qualms about midway through the movie Josh and I watched it together.
Mm-hmm.
That like I paused and I like complained for a second as I was like, I'm fine with the movie being long if it like evokes an emotion. Like Anatomy of a Fall is like 2.5
it's long,
hours long.
yeah.
It's a long movie. There's no score. It's a slow movie, but you really feel something.
Sure.
And so I was like, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
And I will say it kind of redeemed it because the final act where he goes back and gets kind of taken prisoner, I got so mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
I was like, bro, he just wanted to get a book.
And so like that kind of redeemed it for me because I was like, okay, there now finally feels like there's true narrative tension where there's somebody that you feel anger towards, there's somebody that you feel protective of, and like there's something that I'm invested in, like this isn't right. And so that kind of
Well, and there's like in that moment you're like, is he ever going to get back to his wife? And like they killed, I would say, what are his two closest friends in the animals that were closest to him. Essentially, they killed both Cisco and Two Socks.
The horse had a name?
Yeah, Cisco.
Oh, how did I not get that?
I don't know. He says it multiple times.
Well,
in the movie.
you said you were on your phone.
That's true.
For like the very middle, but
When they talk about Cisco,
probably.
but
I mean, if you're not paying attention, you would definitely miss it.
I think I
like,
missed the horse's name too.
Yeah.
I knew Two Socks.
yeah, but yeah. So
Is what it is.
it's like when he does the whole like writing thing in the very beginning or whatever, and he's getting shot at. It's they let me keep the horse Cisco that I wrote on, and then they, he says it a few other times throughout the movie, but yeah, I mean that's kind of really it. I mean, what the writer is Michael Blake, who did the book, because if you guys don't know, most movies are adapted from something, so it
What?
yeah. Well, even like Jurassic Park is like adapted, which is like
Most
most
adapted, but you wouldn't know because you didn't read it. Lord of the Rings.
is it?
I thought the Jurassic Park books were written after the movie.
Star Wars books are written after the movies.
They
You know what's crazy? Anybody can write a Star Wars book. I'm not
Just
kidding.
make it on
Hey,
some
well,
unknown planet that no one's ever
Like-
heard of.
well, not
and-
anymore.
Well, what he means is like they'll
Yeah.
be considered canon.
No, not anymore.
Really?
Not anymore. But back in the that's why there's
Before Disney bought
so
them.
many Star Wars books. You could just
There's
I don't-
200 plus.
I
Star
don't
Wars
remember
books.
why, but you could literally just write a Star Wars
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And it was like,
It was almost like an open domain.
well, it was called the Expanded Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And,
it was-
there's
It was actually really fascinating.
Honestly, that's kind of genius.
there's
it
a
was-
lot.
well,
like if you go to
George
the
Lucas
I don't know
is
if
a
you go to the
genius.
library now, but when I was
Yeah,
going to the library, it
you
was
you can still find them,
yeah,
but
Yeah.
because Disney did like a republishing thing, but
fuckers.
But yeah, right. No, but Dean Semler was the DP. He hasn't really done a ton of other notable things, which is, I mean, that's kind of the case when you get kind of directorial debuts. You're not really putting a ton of.
What has he done after the fact?
Let me double check real quick. But
Wait, I thought you said Kevin Costner.
He
he directed.
Oh,
I
well,
want the
Dean
writer.
Semler's the DP,
got it.
and so
Got
you're
it,
not
got it, got
usually
it.
getting a ton of big names when you're making your directorial debut,
Yeah.
which is not usually how it goes.
I'm surprised I let him make a 4-hour movie.
Well, it was a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was watching it and I was like, I just don't know what else they're like an hour.
I know.
Like how much what did I miss? Like more of the guy going, "Giddy up, giddy up,
right.
get on up that hill."
That was my qualm with it being as long as it was. Like I felt like already the story developed slower than it needed to.
Dude,
It was a very slow development. I will agree, but
I have my.
what?
Go ahead.
No,
I have
I'm
We're
just
waiting for
saying.
Dan.
I'll finish my little bit here, but
Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
I think the acknowledgement of it is. It felt very novelistic.
You
Yeah.
said that actually. Like it felt like a book.
Yeah,
yeah, it felt like I was
And it-
watching a book.
and I think
The book is probably better than the movie. Maybe.
well
I don't know.
considering the screenplay is done by the author of the book.
It's probably the same.
It's literally like,
Close to it, yeah.
It's probably very very similar. I haven't read the book, but
Yeah.
I would assume it's probably very similar. And then Kevin Costner, being a first time director, probably isn't expanding a ton of his horizons, if
Yeah.
you will. It's probably
No pun intended.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think I definitely get that kind of novelty feel where it's like don't get me wrong, I think it's a good story and everything like that, but I could see where people are like, yeah, this is long, it feels long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dan?
Dude, I hated the narration.
Really?
Wasn't it so dry?
Dude, he's terrible. Like, I get they needed narration because most of the time, you know, he's just looking at the dog and then he's looking at
He's just
the
being Kevin
horse.
Costner.
It's probably straight from the book, too.
And I get that, but like it's the way he did it,
Yeah.
like just so not great.
Yeah.
Like that was my least favorite part. Anytime he started talking, it was like, dude, like somebody else should be doing this, or like, I don't know. The character isn't just. It's more of you're silently acting, right? There's not a lot of dialogue. A lot of the times he's alone,
Sure.
so I get like. Maybe it's just the character development or something, but just the narration was like,
Well, it felt
not
like
great.
because like when you get closer to the end of the movie, he has a line in one of the narrations that says like I don't really know who I am or whatever, and I kind of was like, yeah, we don't know who you are either. It's like, cool, you apparently have like an affinity for animals and you want to kill yourself. Other than those two things, we don't know anything about you. Like, we don't know what you like. We don't know, like, I don't know. There, like you were saying, there was like, he was just a generic man and he stayed just a generic dude pretty much for the rest of it, but he gets a wife.
He was nominated for 12 Oscars.
Which is crazy. I mean, well done movie.
Yeah.
I will never complain that it wasn't done well.
Yeah,
And
No,
some of
it-
these like
it is a
shots,
good
It
and
is
stuff-
good. It is.
Yeah.
I liked it. I liked watching it, but there was the narration I didn't like.
Sure.
I wrote down, I would hate to have to kiss Kevin Costner. Anytime
that kiss was bad.
dude, every time
Every
he
kiss.
kissed her, it was like, fuck, dude.
It was
relax.
also like the weird like
yeah, like it looked like it hurt. It
Yeah,
looked
I
like he
agree.
was hurting her.
Also,
like
like-
Ro has no idea. How
well
to
also like
kiss.
movie kissing back then was definitely
It's aggressive. It was
it also-
aggressive.
it's-
he has a thought on that. He has
Yeah.
a thought on
I
that.
actually said, I was like, this was definitely before they had an intimacy coordinator.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
1000%.
that's like a newer thing, though.
Right,
Like,
that's my point. I was
yeah,
like, this is
that's-
before the era
Now-
of like,
And also it's Kevin Costner directing, so it's
Yeah.
like
right.
hey,
in de-
I'm going to touch you here.
in defense of it, it felt at least like they just didn't care. Like in a way that
That's
was like
fair.
we're just passionate, we don't really care.
yeah, like it's like
it
they're
wasn't
as if no one's watching.
it wasn't played off to be like sexy. It wasn't played off to be like ooh. It was just these people love each other.
Yeah.
Now,
I
why
agree.
do they love each other?
I do.
I don't know because they didn't really say that, but they love each other, and so they're gonna make out passionately with a
I just
sunset
wasn't
in the
crazy
background.
about watching him have to kiss somebody. It was like, I don't want to
Yeah.
watch this.
Well, like
You
I
just
feel
hate the
like
mullet, bro.
the what?
You just hate the mullet, bro.
I don't.
it evolved into
It was
a
him.
mullet.
Dude,
when
it's
he would
sick.
kiss somebody,
I
I'd be
know,
like,
I loved it.
I
like,
want that.
do you think the shaving of the mustache was in the book?
I don't know.
I would think so. Yeah.
Or do you think Kevin was like,
No, I
God.
no, I.
The shaving
I mean,
of the mustache was like, man, I've gone native. That's it.
Yeah.
I will say my favorite part was, the part where I meant to write down his name, but his friend that wasn't his friend. That's like, well, is at the end he was like, we're friends or whatever.
The aggressive
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Something with wind, right?
Yeah.
Frick.
Water in the wind?
No. Hold on. It's
We
gonna
have
bother
Google.
me because
Wings with wind? It's
yeah,
something
wind
wing-
in his hair.
wind in his hair.
I was like
yeah.
wings with wind.
I like the part where wind
Chicken
in
wings
his
with
hair
wind.
was like, you know, like the stands with fists, the husband, they were like best friends, right? And he's like, I like understand why he had to die to bring you into my life. Like that narrative or idea, that was like the biggest part of the movie that I related to, because I've had that thought about certain things where it's like, you know, you question like why something happens or why somebody dies or whatever. And then you kind of look at like, if you look at your life through like if they did or did not die, it's like, well, I maybe wouldn't have met this person or like, you know, been where you are because of this like, you know, relatively like important moment where like I'm sure when, you know, that husband or whatever, they don't really say what his name is, dies, you're like, he's upset about it, and he's like, why did this happen? And then you can see the reason why, like, somebody else is coming into your life or a different change or something.
Yeah.
So that was the best part of the movie to me. It was that scene where it was like, I don't know. That was what resonated with me the most. So,
Well, and I thought, what is it? Wind in his hair or something like that. I thought so. This was not obviously the first time I've watched this movie, but when I first watched it, I thought they were going to be like enemies the entire time. Like I thought it was going to be like some kind of rivalry that was going on almost the entire time. Very Pocahontas vibes.
Yeah.
Where it's this guy does not like John Smith the entire movie.
Mm-hmm.
Very much I was expecting that, but it wasn't that really at all. And they actually just become good friends and stuff like that. And I appreciated that.
Yeah.
It showed that they were very open-minded
Yeah.
to an outsider.
well, and I'm sure in the book too, the time spent is way longer than what it's
Probably.
meant to.
Yeah.
Even though the movie's so long,
Probably
it's-
years.
Yeah,
I do think
It's-
that could have been a service to the movie, though, is having them still kind of not like each other. Maybe be okay with each other, but like maybe have a moment
Yeah, it did.
where one of them is like at risk of dying and the other one saves him, and it's kind of this like.
I mean that point is what I just talked about. I think
Well, it's
that's
like when
that's
he's
the
captured.
turning. That's
Right
the
in the
turning.
end. Towards the end.
I don't think it was towards the end. It's like almost middle. Like
No, not the him yelling on the.
not
not
when
that.
he gives
Beforehand.
No,
him
but-
his jacket, right?
No, they have a conversation.
no, it's like in a tent. That's what I'm talking about. Is they have a conversation. It honestly might have been when you're on your phone. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Probably.
But it was like that point of
Could've
the
been.
movie where he's like, like it was right before they got married. He's like, I don't understand why my friend died, but
Oh yeah.
like
I understand that had to happen
It
for
had
us
to-
to be friends.
exactly for us to. So it's like, it's not a big moment, but it is a big moment.
Yeah.
It's not like somebody's dying and they save each other's lives like a normal movie would probably do. It's a very like
Yeah. While we're on the topic
Intimate.
of like deeper realizations and revelations and stuff in the movie, it's kind of going back to what I said before, but the ending where he's kind of prisoner and the soldiers and stuff are just like terrible people to him. What I think is really interesting on kind of a larger personal sense is the movie starts with, generally speaking, like the army is like the good guys.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't go crazy to explain that, but your presupposition is like these are the good guys.
Yeah,
And-
they're not terrible people.
Right. And by the end, and I know like they leaned into the characters, but by the end of it, you're like, these people are terrible people. And my thought on that, my like takeaway was actually how easy it is for us to see ourselves as the heroes and fill in the blank as the enemy and see this black and white narrative of life just in general and how almost certainly it's not that simple.
100%.
Well, it's a matter of perspective too.
Right.
Because like, is there a world where maybe if Kevin Costner was in that situation, his character would have still felt empathy on whoever they caught? Sure, but like seeing it from the opposite perspective it changes the way that you view the whole situation.
Yeah.
Right.
Viewing it from the man that's captured versus the capturers.
Well, like having the historical language difference, where like these people don't speak each other's language and have no idea.
Yeah.
There's the reality where when both of these people first got here, it was probably, oh, these people are coming here and we're trying to defend ourselves. And the people who just got here perceive them defending themselves as attacking. And so it's a lot of miscommunication. And so it's very much the tragedy of miscommunication.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if only there was somebody who could help us communicate, probably be a little bit better friends. Because when my mind thinks when John goes back to the fort, the soldier base thing, whatever they would call it, the soldier fort, he just shows up and they immediately start shooting.
Yeah.
Well, he's just like a
well,
he's
well
just
sure,
a
but
native.
like imagining like yes, those people are terrible people, but like the ordinary soldier,
Mm-hmm.
imagine like what they're thinking.
Yeah.
And is it like, are they thinking, oh, that's a Native American, kill him because he's a Native American, because of just who he is? Or if it's like, because obviously there's years of history behind that.
Well, it didn't even, and I'm not an expert on this at
Yeah.
all, but it does get into the complexities of why wars happen.
100%.
It's retaliation, and it's this happened, and so we respond in kind.
Yeah.
So we respond in kind, and like it, regardless of good or bad or whatever, like it logically makes sense in
Yeah.
the human brain.
Sure.
Right.
You never want to be the first one to shoot.
Right.
Because when
Well,
you are, you just get shot at.
but then there's just this tension, like, right. So when Kevin Costner's character, when he gets shot towards the end, approaching soldier
Yep.
for it, if you were to just play devil's advocate for the soldiers
Yeah.
who have been told and probably experienced like the savage nature of
That's the
you know,
thing.
like you think, this
Oh crap, this person's gonna hurt us.
right. And it's like almost doesn't even matter what's true or not at that point.
Yes.
It's like, and it's just really interesting thinking like how conflicts develop. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
yeah.
and that was kind of the point I was getting to, was like he shows up and they just start shooting, and again you have the context of the fact that they are terrible people, but in that moment you don't yet,
yeah.
and so you could think either they see this guy dressed as a Native American and they're assuming that he is there to hurt them.
It's hasty judgments, because I guess
100%.
you could look at what happened with the girl too. I mean, like, because the other tribe was the one that killed. I don't remember. Yeah,
The Pawnee.
yeah. The Pawnee were the ones that killed her family for basically no reason. Like they didn't even have weapons on them. They were just like, hey, like go home. Like we just want to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they get attacked, right? So it's like it's not even just. There's obviously the complexities of
And there still is that, like, even though like there is the narrative of the movie where explaining that the Native Americans weren't that bad and everything like that, there is still kind of that meta narrative of, oh, there are some tribes that are perceived as bad.
Well, because I think the overarching thing though is that it's like there are bad people and there are good people.
Yeah.
And it's not good to make like initial judgments, because like in that context, like I was curious, because when I first saw the girl, I literally was like, are they gonna like address the fact that she's totally not Native American?
Yeah, she's like super white.
Yeah, because I'm like, she's white. Like she has
They did not cast correctly.
She has a-
That's immediately what I thought.
That literally, I was like,
all right, here we go.
That was
was
my
the
thought.
90s.
Like, that was my
90s,
thought.
I
And
was
then
like,
they were
all
like,
right.
okay. So they started to explain it. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the tribe, I was like, wait, that's a different, like they have Mohawks and stuff. Like that's not how
Yeah.
the Sioux tribe is.
Yeah,
that
Sioux.
The Sioux. That's not how they like dress. But I just kind of assumed, I was like, oh, maybe it was like the old version and they kind of changed their vibe up. But then when you see them fight, then I was like, oh, okay. So there's a complexity too, where it's like hasty judgments, like, but also I guess you could play devil's advocate for both the Native Americans and for the soldiers and be like, well, you can't make hasty judgments,
Well, you have to think about like,
but also like you have to be prepared just in case. Like it's okay to have a gun on you in this instance, because you don't know what could happen. But like the idea of meekness, it's like having power but not using it, and learning to keep it contained for the sake of someone else. You know what I mean?
well, it's but it's kind of funny because you have towards the end of the movie, endish. It's like right before the third act. It's them talking, and it's like, we're gonna go on a war party right now. You're like, you're just gonna go attack these people?
Yeah. Like why?
Like
What the
because
heck?
like there's no provocation,
Yeah.
and it's just like, we're gonna go attack them. When obviously there's probably a ton of history and everything like that.
Sure.
Yeah, in the 4-hour one, I'm sure they go over.
Now, did I miss like who was the one that was trying to initiate that?
We don't really know.
If I
It's just their
remember,
enemies, but
they just say that they are the enemy.
So it wasn't Kevin Costner. It was that.
no.
Oh, it's agreed on
Okay,
in
okay,
the
okay.
tribe.
Yeah, like,
which honestly got me thinking
Which
about
was
like,
just a plot device for them to leave so that they could get attacked and.
well, it's like, what if Kevin Costner ends up with the Pawnee? What happens?
Well, I also I just
true.
started thinking generally about the idea of like
probably does,
family
right?
feuds. like thinking like on a smaller scale than like war, where you get to a point where it's like, we hate these people because we hate these people.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do anything
like
to,
college
to
football.
this person and vice versa, but like our parents or their parents, like something started and now it's just understood.
It's like Hatfields and McCoy type stuff.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
It is. But
One thing to get into like movie fun facts that I appreciated, because I had looked it up when we were watching. I was like, what kind of language are they speaking? Is it a made up thing?
Lakota.
isn't it Lakota?
It's Lakota.
Yeah, so it is at least largely.
Did you guys not have subtitles on?
No,
I don't run.
Well,
No,
there's
wait, yeah, we did.
There's
Yeah, we did.
there's automatic
there's-
subtitles.
Yeah,
when-
but for them talking, but
The
in
yellow
general,
ones.
it'll say Lakota on it. Like if you have subtitles
sure,
on.
sure. Yeah. No, I didn't have subtitles on.
No all.
But they actually had a. I pulled it up to remind me. They one of three main dialects of the Sioux language. To ensure authenticity, the production employed Doris Leader Charge, a Lakota teacher from Sinte Glasgow University. I'm almost certainly getting that wrong, but who taught actors and translated parts of the script. So they actually had like a dialect teacher on
Interesting.
set.
Well, because they
Dialect coach.
probably
That's fun.
Yeah.
like they probably in the book just like he just wrote it in English. I would assume.
Hard to say.
Probably
Hard to say.
It would probably be like in Lakota. He said
Yeah,
Or in whatever.
in their native tongue. They
in the
said
native
whatever
tongue, whatever. Yeah.
Two things I saw was Graham Greene saying one of the hardest things to do was learn the Lakota language. That was hard to do, and then like riding bareback were like the two hardest things to do.
Yeah.
And then I saw, I don't remember her real name, but Stands with Fists was like,
Michelle something?
Show you something.
yeah, she was like accepted into like a Sioux tribe after that movie, like based on like how she performed or something. I could be totally getting that wrong, but I saw something about her.
Mary McDonnell. That's her name.
Yeah.
So, box office numbers. This was incredibly successful.
Really?
Like really successful.
I know because my parents even watched it.
Yeah.
I remember my parents. I remember
they
my
see it in
parents having a
theaters?
VHS, like a double VHS.
when they were
Mm-hmm.
dating. This was like as my dad said, this was the movie when they were dating.
I mean, it was huge.
like everyone loved this movie. They watched it multiple times. Like
Yeah, my
So
parents.
we
had
have
the
it on
VHS.
DVD. Yeah,
So
guys are
it's.
OG.
I'll start with the budget.
It's the 90s.
Its budget was $20 million, which is like
wait, adjust for inflation, or is that adjusted? Well, because I'm just curious. Like, what
Yeah,
would
I
that
don't
be
think
now?
that's
okay.
adjusted.
Okay.
no.
That
That,
can't
that's
be.
just the factual.
I feel like that's
budget.
not a lot.
That's
No, even for then, it was not a lot.
yeah. That's what I was trying to like.
This is the earliest movie we've done, but like, I don't remember what Santa Claus and Fight Club were, but I feel like
Santa Claus was like,
It was like 2 million, wasn't it? Santa Claus was low.
what was it?
I mean, we'd have to look it up, but even Fight Club, I feel like was
Fight Club's budget was $63 million,
that's.
Okay.
I mean,
and
it's
that's 9 years later.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
So
Still though,
For a period piece that's 4 hours long, I feel like.
yeah.
3.
Well,
that's-
especially like in a world now where
But they're filming. They're filming for
That's true.
possibly more.
you have a
Yeah.
lot of with period pieces, you have a lot of budget that goes into like costuming and makeup,
and
all that
Costuming,
stuff,
the
like-
and
bulls,
hair.
the amount of buffalo.
I
want
was
to know.
curious how they did that.
Yeah,
How many
same.
buffalo were harmed in the making of this film?
No,
is
like
the real question.
Yeah,
Because we
right?
were talking about that. Like we were like, did they just like teach them to trip, or did they trip them? Like what? Like
Yeah.
what did we? How did we get those shots?
Was that an acting wolf? Or was that
Because
a
like
real wolf? Or
surely
was
they
that-
didn't actually shoot buffalo on camera, right?
Well, they wouldn't have
No.
shot.
I mean, it's
they wouldn't have
absolutely
actually shot
you
them,
never
but,
know.
But like tripping them intentionally definitely would have happened.
The '90s was the Wild West of Hollywood.
for sure.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was trying to rationalize that in my mind. Like, was there some sort of they're on a farm?
Yeah,
And
no.
they were about to be slaughtered, and so
They were
the
like,
people
"Let's
that were
just do it."
shooting like knew the human. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out like how.
It's kind of crazy though.
Yeah.
But
Was
Yeah.
this before the era of no animals were harmed in the making of this movie?
no idea.
No,
No one
because
knows?
there's movies like like Cannibal Holocaust and stuff like that, where
No
like they
Ewoks were
actually
harmed in the making of this
harmed
film.
animals.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How many Ewoks were
So-
harmed in the making of Star Wars?
Dang.
So, yeah, I don't think that they were harmed. There's usually like animal wranglers and things like that where like they kind of know what they're doing.
I guess to be fair,
Yeah.
animals are generally a lot more robust than we are.
Yeah.
Especially a buffalo.
Like, are you raising your hand? What? Oh, Annie's got
Annie?
her. She's our fact checker.
You do not have a mic, but go ahead. I'll point this your way.
So they used real buffalo from a real South Dakota herd. They trained some of them, of the real herd, for close-ups and stuff.
That
They
goes hard.
rigged some of them with fake arrows. Some of them were trained like, actor buffalo. And some of them were animatronics.
Interesting.
Yo,
That
actually,
makes sense. Yeah.
Celebrity
I
buffalo.
guess that was like the era where they had like the animatronic alien and all that stuff for Aliens 2,
For
That was a lot of that was
and for Star
all
Wars too. They were
people.
animatronics. Yeah.
that's pretty neat. Thank you for that. Seriously.
Annie's gonna become our like researcher.
Yeah, she's gonna be our fact checker.
Yeah.
So
Dan mistaken a movie fact. Actually, we were both right technically.
Oh, it's
Wait,
like,
so
yeah.
so okay.
Let me
So
confirm,
shut the
Dan.
fuck up.
No,
is
no,
an
no.
idiot.
We were both right. We were both right. So okay. So in Alien, the xenomorphs. Let's see.
When did we talk about Alien?
Because we
Yeah,
had
it was
a
a
little
sidebar.
we had a side
Sidebar.
conversation because we were talking about like when did they use animatronics?
Oh.
Stunt performers in black suits for the action and like when the humans were fighting them, but then intricate hydraulic puppets with remote controls for close-up shots. So animatronics for like close-ups. I would assume like
So I'm not wrong.
the birthing out of the chest was all
just see a
animatronic.
No, that's a human.
Someone's hand coming
I've
through a
never
chest.
seen that
Great
movie.
idea,
That's
dude.
it's on Hulu.
Alien. Honestly, if
Like
you start
all
with
of them are on
if you
Hulu.
started with Alien Romulus, I feel like you would like it.
You should start with the first one.
Yeah,
Don't listen to
probably.
Josh.
Romulus is the best thing.
Okay, so
Aliens
we
is
got
That's a
mad
hot
distracted from box
Yeah.
office.
From the box
You
office.
said like 60 million?
20.
20 million.
So
right,
20
'cause
million.
Fight Club was 60.
Yep.
Yeah.
So honestly, the numbers for this make a lot of sense because it's MGM and MGM is a boss at marketing their movies. But opening weekend was actually terrible though. 598,000 opening weekend.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yikes.
I'm sure they were nervous.
Oh, you're freaking out after
They
opening
definitely
weekend.
made some money on like the VHS release though.
Well, so this is not VHS or anything like that. This is just pure box office.
okay.
Domestic, after its theatrical run, was 184 million.
Jeez. So like first weekend people were like, "Oh yeah, that movie." But like
It spread.
in the weeks that followed people were like,
That movie.
"Okay."
And then just wait.
Well, that was back when movies were in theaters for a long time too, no?
Well, no, they wouldn't do crazy long runs. So it was coming towards the end of the era when a movie was in theaters. It was kind of the start of the VHS era. And so when movies were in theaters, that was kind of it. It was like
Yeah.
you couldn't find it because it was right when like Blockbuster and all that stuff was starting to become a thing. And so it was very much the industry standard was starting to become more rewatchability
Yeah.
versus before it was we're making this for theaters.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact. Not
Fun
about
fact.
this movie. But it's about
We'll find out the final number eventually.
I'm all about all
we'll
these
get
other
there.
movies. I'm pretty sure Frozen was in theaters for legitimately 9 months.
Was it?
Is there online data
Yes.
for like
Dude, it was in there for
duration
an
of theater runs?
insane amount of time.
Because I also want to
Insane.
know how long
I might
Dances
start
with
adding
Wolves.
that to my notes is like theatrical runs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would explain if it was out for
Even
a
now,
long
sometimes
time,
I'm like, God, this like because I look at movies to go see like weekly, and I'm like, dude, this is still in theaters, and then something else that like is actually good is like not. But
yeah.
yeah, like yeah. Anyway,
yeah, doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
I guess
Doesn't matter.
it looks
Carry
like it did run in theaters for a while though.
Which one?
Frozen?
Frozen or
No, Dance with Wolves. From what I'm seeing, it was like 6 months.
Can I
it's
can I
definitely long.
sidebar really quick? Two things about
Again?
Marty Supreme.
bro.
Two things, really quick. I hadn't peed that long after a movie since Dune 2. I peed for so long. And then the second thing is I haven't wanted to go back into a theater and watch the exact same movie right after watching a movie since Dark Knight. It was that good.
Do you want to go see it again, you and me?
Yes, I would
do
have
that.
seen it that day. I swear to God. Like, the only time I've done that is Dark Knight.
Yeah.
On my birthday when Dark Knight came out, we saw it once and then we went back again and saw it again. And I've
Okay.
never done that since. That's how good Marty Supreme was.
So anyway, the international box office
Yes.
for
But I will go
Dances with
see it.
Wolves
We'll do it.
was 240 million.
And that's on top of the
The
domestic.
184.
So that's what, 300 million?
424 million.
Jeez.
After
On a
its final
$20 million budget.
a 20-minute, like it
20-minute
killed
budget.
in
That's
theaters.
that's a 20x
It-
investment.
Demolished in theaters. Like, good for them.
Can I just say?
I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
It was a
okay.
different
No, no, no,
generation.
yeah,
It's a
to be
different
fair,
time.
yes, to be
Where
fair.
My
to be fair.
Fair Lady was like 3.5 hours.
I
and that's
was
like one of
really
the best
trying to
movies
say,
of all
because
time.
like it or not, the reality is our context is like movies have gotten better. I'm using air quotes, quote unquote, in the sense that like camera technology's improved.
Yes.
And all of the like things that maybe feel cliche weren't tropes back
Mm-hmm.
then because they weren't done a million times. And so like there is a reality that like I have to try to put on the lens of this
1990 Watcher.
Exactly. And like kind of like we were talking about with the Santa Claus, like effects are practical
Yeah.
and like this wasn't done on a sound stage. Like this was likely done in the middle of nowhere. And like thinking about all of the things and the context of other movies that you would have seen and trying to do all of that.
Well, that's why you watch it to appreciate it now.
Yeah.
To be
Instead
fair
of,
though,
like-
like I don't think the camera quality matters. I don't think like it looks better than some movies that
Yeah,
came
it
out
looks
this
like
year.
it
Like
looks like well shot.
It's true.
yeah, like I think that stuff holds up. Even like if you're watching Casablanca or something like that, like regardless of it being in black and white, like it's still like there's certain movies that are just timeless and it doesn't matter.
But even like acting has evolved and everything like that.
And well, but even that, it I think us like certain movies and like as much as I didn't like some of the things about this movie, there are certain things about this movie that are like they hold up and they stand the test of time.
Yeah, like
100%.
those. I mean, I just keep going back to the buffalo. No way you would ever see people hire like crews of hundreds of buffalo, train them to like run in circles and crap. Like,
it's CGI Buffalo now.
yeah,
it wouldn't
yeah.
look, it wouldn't
Well,
be the same.
that's like what the Black Panther scene with like the anime, like that's the closest thing I've ever seen to it.
Yeah.
Shot in a similar like landscape, and it was all CGI.
Well, that's
and I'm
like-
sure it cost way more.
Well, that's like
ironically just easier to do.
to me, and that's why like I'm a big classics guy, as we've talked about, is that's the beauty of it, is the way they made these movies is so it's practical, but it's really impractical. Like
Yeah, practical by
Yeah.
definition,
Yeah.
impractical
Yeah.
in
in nature,
pragmatism.
it's just like you have to go get some buffalo and train them from a wild herd.
Yeah.
Like is crazy because I'm sure the movie buffalo industry was not a thing. Like
Yeah,
like how
right.
movie bears.
How
are a
much do you
thing.
think they spent of that $20 million on the buffalo?
I don't know, like $50 probably.
Well, with animatronics.
$50 for
Yeah,
one
you're
burger
right,
of
you're
those
right.
freaking
Yeah.
buffalo.
But for you say for one burger,
For one burger, bro.
for one bison burger. No, but just having first off to find the perfect location for it and everything like that, which I'm sure wasn't actually that hard to find the perfect location, but also finding a location that looks like the Old West in a world that has long evolved beyond the Old West.
They also said that they were like in Nebraska, and I was like, at the end there, I'm like, Nebraska don't look like that.
anymore.
Nebraska don't got mountains like that.
Touche.
No, I'm talking about the
Anymore.
mountains. I'm not talking about the hills. I'm talking about like the
Nebraska has mountains,
hour I've driven through at least.
but that aside, it
Dan, you have a thing?
I got all the Oscar stuff.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Do we have more box office things or do you want to do...
no, not really. I think it's just like kind of stunning that it did.
How did
what it
Kevin
did.
Costner do after his debut?
What do you mean do? Like
I was trying to make a joke because he's like a legendary actor. But did he direct anything? Like actually about the directing side, did he do anything else after that?
Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff.
Like
after.
what were some notable things post that? Because maybe I'm just like tripping. I don't remember.
I mean, he's obsessed with westerns, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Because he's the king of westerns, right, Dan?
He's not the king.
I'd say he's the modern
He's just a
day king
big
of
fan of
westerns.
westerns. I would not call him the king.
Okay, real quick. I had very few notes, but I did have a couple. One we talked about, it was the Buffalo stuff. The second one was a question at the beginning when he gets sent on the mission to go to the frontier.
Dude, why did that guy kill himself?
Why?
Yeah, dude,
I meant
so
to bring that up.
confused.
I said, why did bro shoot himself in the head? Like, he seemed normal, and then all of a sudden he was mad, not normal.
He was very drunk.
and then he killed himself.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up like
And
40 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
he like told him he like said something to him of
It's
like
like good luck on your journey and
Yeah.
my journey.
I
he's
honestly
not coming back
assumed
or
there was
something,
going to
like-
be narrative significance, and so I was like, I'm not going to question it. I'm going to let the movie play out because I have this tendency to ask questions. I do it to Annie all the time.
then they
I'm
get
like,
answered.
What's this thing? And then
You're
it's
like
like
Grandpa.
they haven't
I mean,
explained that yet.
I could give you a little something on it,
Okay, yeah.
and it's more. I feel like there's more historical context than anything.
yeah.
But it's the Civil War messed with people's brains a lot.
Mhm.
Like a lot of depictions, as well as like for like primary sources that will talk about it. But there were very, very high suicide rates during the Civil War, like of soldiers and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that, because it just screwed with them.
Well,
Yeah.
so yes, I hear that.
In terms of the movie, there could have been more context
It-
to it.
Sure,
Well, it
100%.
felt like the
And
narrative.
maybe there is in the 4-hour version.
That could be. It
Maybe
felt
there's a
like
whole arc.
It felt like the narrative was trying to say, "This dude's just weird." Was kind of like how it felt.
I
Like.
assumed he was going to be a bad guy.
yeah.
Like going into it, I was like, I don't trust this guy.
Yeah.
He's doing something weird. And he's like, oh, yeah, if you have my paper that has my signature, like, you're good. And I was like, that's not going to end up well. And then it never, like,
He didn't even have to show that to anybody.
yeah, it never comes up again.
Yeah.
I think
Well, it comes up when he gets arrested. They're like, where are your papers? And he's like, my papers are in my book, whatever.
Sure.
But besides that, it's like, it's never an issue where it's like, oh, no, you got these papers, but this guy killed himself. It's like, it's very strange.
Yeah, I think it's very I don't know. It is weird. I will
Yeah.
acknowledge that. And I'm like, oh, he just offed himself.
Yeah, I watched it. I was like, okay, like I don't like that. It's got to come back to that, and it never does.
Okay, so to be fair, my level of research on this is Google searching the question and reading the AI overview. Okay, but that
so it's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
so it could not be flawless. But to be fair, what it is saying, Major Fambro killed himself in Dances with Wolves due to severe mental illness exacerbated by alcoholism, isolation, and shame after a humiliating encounter with Lieutenant Dunbar, realizing his life and career were over and unable to cope with his loneliness and declining state, leading to a final act of despair. His strange behavior and self-destruction highlight the psychological toll of the frontier life on officers, acting as a stark contrast to Dunbar's eventual integration with the Lakota people.
What kind of exegesis did they have to do to get that?
I would bet they get into that a lot more in the book.
Yeah,
Probably.
okay.
And
yeah,
I would
that's fair,
guess
that's fair.
that the movie didn't do a great job getting into that. Maybe because it felt tonally off. It felt like
I don't
agree.
understand
I do
the humiliating part of it.
yeah, I'm not sure. I wasn't looking at it with that lens.
That's the 4-hour version?
That's the 4-hour one.
I almost want to just watch the first
I
like
wouldn't be
hour
surprised
of it.
if that was
They-
part
I
of
mean,
the 4 hour.
They said that there were like 32 scenes that were added in the
Dang.
extended.
I
Oh yeah, it's
also-
an extra hour. So that's-
Yeah, an hour, dude.
his like travel buddy that ends up getting shot up by the
Yeah.
Pawnee.
Yeah.
Jeremiah was so annoyed by him.
Dude,
I low-key thought
fuck
he was
that
kind of
guy.
funny.
No, fuck that guy.
He was entertaining.
Get out of that hill.
but he was like the only fun part of that first like few minutes, and then he dies, and you're like,
And
oh.
he's like in the fire. He's like, oh, what's that? What's that?
Okay, and the only other note that I wrote down on here, verbatim, what I wrote is, didn't expect some Costner tush in this flick.
It's true.
Goes on top of him just not being a good kisser.
Yeah, right.
Do you think he was like, I really think this scene needs to be like full body?
Yeah, did he go, guys, trust me, it's in the book.
Guys, I
This
really
camera
think
needs to go just a little bit lower.
the
I promise
the
you.
DP is like, what if we like just do some like artistic shots? And Kevin's like, no. I really think I gotta be naked.
Hey,
on this
what
one.
if we did a wide shot? Drop the camera a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm looking for that PG-13 rating.
I've been working out, dude. Like, I just want the
I
world
think
to
this
see.
is R.
It's
No, it's PG-13.
No, it's PG-13.
We talked about that before you showed up.
Extended
Oh,
is
really?
R.
Yeah.
Well,
Is it really?
It's MA because I think it was released on TV.
Oh,
but
it
that's
probably didn't get, like,
basically
the-
R.
yeah.
If it would have gone, it would have been R.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's enough blood to
Steven
these days.
Spielberg is the reason why there's PG-13.
Really?
With what movie?
Okay, hold on.
Aliens?
Just him. He just petitioned for
Like Temple
there
of Doom?
to be a rating between
that movie.
PG and R because it was just PG and R,
Yeah.
which is like a pretty strong contrast. So if you watch a lot of old movies, there's like Back to the Future is PG, or like any movie my aunt showed me back in the day. She was like, oh, like it would be PG, so she would think it was okay, and
Yeah,
then
like
she'd be
E.T.
like.
Isn't E.T.?
E.T. is PG, but there's like Back to the Future probably should be PG-13.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
other things where it's just like
I just watched that recently and I was like, I didn't get these
Or it's
jokes.
it's like some of the Star Wars movies are PG.
yeah, and it like realistically now they would probably end up being PG-13, but
yeah.
yeah, he like petitioned for that to like I think there's maybe an Indiana Jones that's like PG-13, but
Yeah, he was
the
asking
other
Doom
ones are
should have
Temple
been
of
rated
Doom.
R.
yeah, but it's
Bro,
PG
that movie.
because it's like in between.
Yeah.
You love Temple of Doom?
No, I hate that.
Oh,
movie.
okay.
He loves
I do
Temple
love
of Doom.
Temple of Doom, but
That's-
I'll save
That's a
that
hot-
for another.
yeah,
Yeah, we'll
that's
save
a
it.
hot
We'll
take.
save it.
Well,
for
let's
next
make that
episode.
next week's hot take.
I was just
That's
talking
a hot
about,
take.
Or,
talking about-
yeah.
I'll save it for another
I
episode.
but
love the other
let's
two,
talk awards because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yes.
running short on time. But
Okay.
let's do awards.
Kevin Costner did not win.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Wh-
Not
when-
an actor in a leading role.
Did he win director?
He won director.
I'm talking about actor.
But you just said Kevin Costner did not win, and I was like, that's not
actor
true.
in a leading role.
Thank you.
Actor in a leading role. He
You have
didn't
to speak
win.
faster.
You need to slow down.
All right, wait, go through the list. Come on.
Actor in a leading role. Jeremy Irons won for Reversal of Fortune, which I Googled and I have never heard of.
Wait.
Was that one of the characters?
No, that's
No,
a
that's a
different
movie. That's a
Oh.
different.
He's just saying who
right
did
for the
win
year.
instead of
Right,
Kevin
right, right.
Costner.
Got it.
Nominees
Sorry.
were Kevin Costner, Robert De Niro for Awakenings, and
Which is crazy that he didn't win for Goodfellas.
he wasn't even nominated.
I know
for
he should have been
Goodfellas.
nominated for Goodfellas.
That's my hot take with this is
I agree.
Goodfellas is on this a lot, and anyways,
Almost
we'll
no
get
wins.
there. Actor in a supporting role, Joe Pesci won for Goodfellas, which I 100% agree
Wasn't
with.
Graham Greene nominated?
He was for Dances with Wolves,
Yeah,
but I think it goes to Joe Pesci.
I agree.
Actress in a leading role went to Kathy Bates for Misery, which I'm down for 100%. I just what? Yeah. Actress in a supporting role went to Whoopi Goldberg for Ghost. Mary McDonnell was nominated for Dances with Wolves, but did not win.
What did it win?
I'm getting there, Joshua. It won for cinematography.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That makes sense. I see
The,
that.
the wide shots while they were riding on the
shots were
cabin
good.
was
Yeah,
pretty
it was up against Godfather 3, Part 3.
Dude, I can't believe there's 3 of those.
But did
Anyway,
not
carry
win.
on.
Directing went to Kevin Costner for Dances with Wolves, up against Francis Ford Coppola, Martin Scorsese, which, in my opinion, yes,
Which
For what
movie did
movie?
he direct?
for
that?
Goodfellas.
For Goodfellas.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just like
I
if you look at it now in retrospect, like Goodfellas
It's
is
a crime that Goodfellas
yeah,
did not win.
it should
what
have been
should have won.
Goodfellas. Like
Goodfellas should
nobody.
have swept.
I
Yes.
did not. I have not
Never
seen
seen it.
Goodfellas.
We'll make sure you
so
see
sorry.
Goodfellas.
That's
We'll-
probably
we'll
one
do
of
one of
Dan's
those.
movies.
We'll get
And-
there.
I mean, it's
sounds
just
like.
a classic like
Yeah,
that's
it's
that's
amazing.
one of the mafia movies. One of the best Martin Scorsese movies. But yeah, so I think he should have won. But we're gonna skip the documentary.
Oh, he's going through all of them.
Oh, I'm on the website. Film editing won. Dances with Wolves won.
Yep.
up against Godfather and Goodfellas and Hunt for Red October and Ghost, which
Hunt for Red October. That's a movie I
1990.
haven't heard in a while.
yeah. So
That's a good
like
movie.
a good year for movies, but
Very, very good.
they
year.
won. And then we're gonna skip foreign language, makeup,
I could just
So-
pull up all of the things it was nominated for
Cut-
and won.
pass.
Okay.
Music, original score, very interesting. Dances with Wolves did win, but it was up against Home Alone.
Oh.
Also, in my opinion, nowadays, I think Home Alone stands the test of time versus Dances with Wolves.
I would, yeah.
While Dances with Wolves is like a good movie, quality movie, if you're gonna talk about like longevity, if we're just just longevity,
Yep.
obviously Home Alone wins
Well,
that.
Agreed.
Also, Home Alone is one of the most rewatchable movies of all time.
Exactly. While Dances with Wolves, I'm fine never watching again.
Yeah. I also.
Best Picture goes to Dances with Wolves against Awakenings.
Is Best Picture just kind of considered like all around?
Best movie of the year.
yeah,
best
so
one?
it's actually interesting because I was watching a
It's
YouTube
usually
video.
a production category.
Yeah, it's a
technically.
production, which is very interesting to me. I
Because
literally learned
producers
this
get
today.
the award.
Because I was like, I don't understand why they keep saying producers. So like, which is kind of interesting now because if you look at like who produces movies, sometimes you're like, oh, that's weird. Like Brad Pitt is producing this movie, but if that movie won an Oscar, Brad Pitt wins an Oscar.
Well, if the movie
producing, for producing.
if the movie for Best Picture wins,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
so
it's
Best
like
Picture is the producer category.
Yeah,
essentially.
We should do, this is a sidebar and not worth it. We don't have time now, but like we should do like a mini episode that's like a deep dive on like what actual categories mean.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be
Well, I
interesting.
mean, we're entering Oscar season, so it's
Yes, we
probably
are.
Yeah.
It's coming up. Best Picture, Dances with Wolves won, going against Awakenings, Ghost, Godfather Part 3, and Goodfellas. Goodfellas should have won. I'm just going to say it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
One,
I
like-
completely agree.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I,
it was
I
good.
love
too.
Dances with Wolves,
But-
but I can also see for the time why Dances with Wolves did win.
yeah.
Sound, they also won. Going against Days of Thunder, Dick Tracy, Hunt for Red October, Total Recall.
Total Recall, yeah.
Which was interesting because like Total Recall is not in most of them, but for sound and sound effect editing,
That does not surprise me at all.
Hunt
actually.
for Red October and Total Recall are in there.
'cause
Special
they're like sci-fi.
Achievement Awards, which is visual effects, Total Recall won.
Yeah.
Writing, which is screenplay based on material from another medium. Dances with Wolves won again, versus Awakenings, Goodfellas, Grifters, and Reversal of a Fortune. So, again, Goodfellas. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say it.
Yeah, Goodfellas should have swept the Oscars that year. But
Yeah.
But also, that's in retrospect, seeing like the impact of Goodfellas versus like
well, yeah, you sit here and
Yeah.
you're like, if you put Goodfellas and Dances with Wolves up against each other for Best Picture now, Goodfellas would win.
yeah,
But because again, the time,
yeah,
1990. In 1990, if you're watching this, it's also an era where westerns are a little bit more popular than they
Yeah.
are now, and so you're kind of like,
Westerns have a very weird like in and out kind
Very.
of thing where like most of the time people are like, nah, Westerns aren't it. And then like one Western does like breaks through and does
they got
well.
big in
and
the
then,
90s.
And then they do more Westerns and then they all do really bad and then nobody wants to do Westerns
I mean,
anymore.
and honestly, Dances with Wolves was kind of that breakthrough movie to bring back westerns in the 90s.
yeah, like like
Tombstone.
Tombstone comes after that, and there's another one based off like Doc Holliday. I can't remember what it
I know
is
you're
now,
talking about.
but
But like
Yeah.
like from like 1990 to like 2005,
Yeah.
you have kind of like that little small western period. But then before that, it was like the 60s and 50s were a big western period. So
Yeah. Are there any other awards to note?
no, that was all of them. I will say, just looking at Kevin Costner stuff, Untouchables is probably my favorite Kevin Costner thing. Period.
Huh.
That's
I-
like a gangster movie.
Okay. Yeah.
but yeah,
Also
so
haven't seen that one.
so yeah, Costner won 2 Oscars from this because he also produced it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was
Dang.
Which
how does
I
it feel
get-
to win Best Director and not win Best Actor?
well, also like it's his directorial debut.
Yeah,
That is cool.
That's huge.
Like
Yeah.
he never directed a movie, and he's like, "Oh, I just won an Oscar for that."
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
We're like way past time, so
like 2 hours.
so we don't have time to do an ice
we have
closer.
time. Come on, there's
But-
stuff we could cut.
But
I mean,
There's
there is.
stuff
That
we
is
can
true. That is
Well,
true.
especially if we're throwing what she said at
Exactly.
the beginning.
I think
of
we
the
should
end.
just keep going, and then then it's your problem
oh, thank you.
Great plan.
or Cody's.
But
But
let's,
how about you
let's,
edit it?
Let's just do some
I
final
can.
thoughts. Final closing thoughts, and then we'll do where does it fit on the list, and then nominate the next movie.
Okay, cool.
It'll be golden. So final thoughts, Josh.
Final thoughts. It was a well done movie that I seem to appreciate, specifically a lot of the practicality of everything in the days with CGI and a lot of this other stuff that, you know, you can never tell what's real and what isn't. This is like a guarantee that it's all real because it was made in the 90s. And as we know that even the Santa Claus, you know, cannot live up to the hype that this movie can in its visual effects. So practicality wins, baby, all day.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think my final take is just that I think this is one of the more like iconic westerns of all time. Just seeing how it's influenced modern movies, like even like Avatar and stuff like that, where it's the guy comes in and experiences a whole new group of people. It's the whole vibe. But yeah, I think it's just I love just that it's still influential even now, and that it can, like, obviously it doesn't hold up as well as like Goodfellas or whatever, but I think it's still like it's a great example of what that late 80s, early 90s movie making was.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like it's a very good glimpse into what that era of film was. And that's kind of why I appreciate it, more or less.
It was good. Probably not gonna watch it again. I can appreciate it. I'm not a big Kevin Costner fan, but generally I liked it. I don't have much
Yeah.
than that.
You reminded me of something, Cody, that I totally forgot to mention. Earlier today, I mentioned to Matt, my business partner, that we were doing Dances with Wolves, and his first immediate response is he's like, "Oh yeah, the movie it's basically Avatar." And I had a second where I was like, "Wait, no, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, this is Avatar.
It's Avatar.
Or Avatar is this technically." So it kind of messed me up today, and I was thinking about that a lot. But
Both movies have no rewatchability.
I love Avatar. I don't care what anybody says.
but yeah, final take. I'm glad I watched it. I probably would not have watched it and or finished it if I was not committed to this show.
Yeah.
But
It's the unfortunate reality.
no. It sounds bad. I don't mean it bad because
Oh my god.
the fact that I did have to, I'm glad I did, and I do appreciate it. Especially to
Cody.
Josh's point, like the necessity for practical effects and like the buffalo. Honestly, dude, like thinking about the complexity of making some of those things happen, like. I
Did
do
those
appreciate
Buffalo
that.
win like best acting, best support actor?
Best supporting actor.
Yeah. All right. So for next week's movie, Josh is going to be out of town. So in his place, we decided to nominate Annie to choose next week's movie. Welcome back. What's it going to be?
I've decided that for next week we are watching The Room.
Ooh.
Something a little more modern.
Okay.
Something a little more fun. Something we're all gonna love and hate and love.
Hey, let's go.
It's been like distantly on my list to watch. So
I've brought it up so many times.
You have.
I'm a very open-minded person, so I'm
Have you seen it?
no.
Have you seen it? Okay. All right. It's going to be good. It's gonna be good. All right. Well, Cody, take us home.
Thank you guys for watching. This has been the For the Love of Film podcast. If you want to know where you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. If you liked anything or disagreed or have any hot takes yourself, leave them in the comments. You can leave a review, a rating. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube. And thanks for watching.
Keep it real. Don't knock over that lamp. Damn.